Hello everybody, welcome back to another video. Today I will be showing you some cards that I recently got, and I will be opening some Invasion of Chaos packs. These are the reprint packs that they did a bit ago, like the 25 anniversary packs, like kind of the original sets. So yeah, let's get into it. Alright, so we'll start with the packs. So the reason I got these packs and the cards is because this weekend I am going to I'm doing a GOAT format tournament, and I didn't feel like my deck was very good, so I bought these packs. Invasion of Chaos has some cool cards, and then I bought the individual cards from my game store just to be prepared. So right here we have Safid. It's a wind fairy, and he's like a 1700 attack. This card can only be okay. So this is okay. That's a cool card. I won't use it because wind isn't too good of a type, but if I was using wind, I might use him. He's pretty cool. Neobug. Okay, so this is a strong insect. Is just a normal monster, but the comparison between early normal monsters and this normal monster is very apparent. Thunder Crash. A spell card, destroy all monsters you control, and if you do, inflict 300 damage to your opponent for each monster. Okay, so this is like a burn card. If you're at the very last legs and you just need to kill your opponent, that's fun. Sea Serpent of the Warrior of Darkness. Okay, so just again, normal monster. We'd be getting a water deck, right, with like a 7-colored fish, do normal decks. This is actually a pretty cool card. Fuma Shuriken. Could only to a ninja monster when this is sent to your graveyard and play. Okay, so this is like a better pendant, but only for ninjas. Okay. Invader of Darkness. Your opponent cannot activate Quick Place, but okay. Oh, this is a very cool card. I like this guy. This guy's strong, right? I like him. He's good. Manju of the 10,000 Hands. Manju of the 10,000 Hands. Okay, and then you add one ritual. Okay, so if you're using rituals, he's strong. Fun. Primal Seed spell card. If there is a Black Luster Soldier, Envoy of the Beginning, or Chaos Emperor Dragon, Envoy of the End on the field, target 2 banished cards. Add both targets to your hand. Okay, that's good. You're not going to be able to you're only going to be able to use that on Black Luster Soldier because Chaos Emperor is banned, but even then, I don't think you're going to want this thing because you can only have one Black Luster Soldier, and so you might not. Crimson Ninja, talking about ninjas. Okay, this is kind of a fun card. I like this. I might use it because I have a warrior deck, and he might be useful destroying traps. And then we're back to Safid. These are actually some pretty nice cards. I'm glad I got Invader of Chaos because, just the normal, the kind of the bad cards are still pretty handy. All right, let's open the second pack. So the second pack is Soul Absorption. Soul Absorption. If a card is banished, gain 500 life points for each. Okay, that's good if you're banishing. There's a lot of banishment in this. A Hero Emerges. It's a trap card. When an opponent's monster declares an attack, your opponent chooses one random card from your hand. Then if it is a monster, that can be special summoned, special summon it. Otherwise, okay, that's that. Okay. Hey, Dawn Turtle. When this card is normal summoned or flip summoned, you can special summon any number of Dawn Turtles from your hand. Okay. If you had a lot of Dawn Turtles, you could use that. Compulsory Evacuation Device. Target one monster on the field. Return target to that hand. Return that target to the hand. Okay, that's nice. I like that. DD Designator. Declare one card name. Look at your opponent's hand, and if they have the declared card in their hand, remove from play that one card. And if they do not have that declared card, remove from play one random card in your hand. Okay. Grand Maju Aiza. Oh, that's fun, right? It's attack and defense are equal to the banished monsters. I like that. That's fun. Yellow Luster Shield. Increase the defense of all monsters on your side of the field by 300 points. Okay, nice. Dimension Distortion. You can only activate this card if there are no cards in your graveyard. Select one remove from play monster and special summon it to your side of the field. Okay, nice. The Thing in the Crater. Okay, so I actually have another The Thing in the Crater. So this is nice if you're using Pyro monsters. That's so fun. I like that. And then we're back to Soul Object. Okay, so I was hoping to get like a Dark Magician of Chaos, or I forget what it's called, but it's like the weaker Blackluster. I was hoping him because that's a common, but there's a lot of common, so it's all about luck, right? This is gambling, like I've said before. But like I said, it's not the worst cards, and you could definitely find a place in a good deck. So I'm glad I got that. All right, let's put these aside, and I'll show you just the cool cards I got. Okay, so here are the cards I got. I got 19 cards, and like I was saying earlier, I kind of got like a lot of warriors. I'm planning to make like a warrior deck just based on the cards I got. Right here we got Blindly Loyal Goblin. He's just a warrior with 1800 attack, and he can't be stolen by enemy cards, so he can't like switch sides. He's loyal to you. He's blindly loyal to you, so I like that. Good flavor. And then you've got Hunter with 7 weapons. So this guy's he's kind of weak. He's got 1,000 attack, but when it's normal summoned, you can declare a type of monster, and he has 1,000 more points when he's battling that. So he basically has 2,000 when you want him to, that's very good. And then we've got Dream Clown. I have another Dream Clown, but it's just good to have 2, right? More copies of a card in your deck, the more consistently you're going to be able to use it, so you can play more around it. And he's a warrior, so that's handy. And then we've got Toll. So this is a continuous trap, or a continuous magic card, and whenever somebody declares an attack, you have to pay 500 life. So this is kind of like a stalling card, so that's pretty handy. And then we've got Blade Knight. So this is another warrior that has 1,600 attack, but has 2,000 if you have no card in your hand, which, I mean, that can happen in GOAT format. You're not a lot of card advantage cards. But then it also, if it's alone, if you don't control any other monsters, flip effects don't activate. So that's kind of good early if they're playing a lot of flip effects. You can kind of just do that, which it kind of goes, there's some cards that you want, other monsters on the field, but he doesn't, so it kind of goes against him, but it's fine. And then we got Mystic Tomato. This is just the kind of elemental, summoner for dark, right? When he goes to the graveyard, you can special summon a dark monster with 1,500 attack or less, from your deck. You can special summon one, and I don't know if I'm going to use them in my deck. I don't know if I have many dark monsters like that, but it's good to have. And then we've got Command Knight. Command Knight is a kind of a defensive monster, but she boosts I think it's a girl, maybe it's a dude, he just has a weird habit. I think it's a I don't know, but Command Knight boosts your warrior monsters, and also is immune to getting hit. So you can't really destroy the boost. It's she's hard to kill. And they've got Trap Hole, just a standard good trap for destruction. That's handy. And then we've got the warrior returns alive. I have another one of these. 2 is the maximum in GOAT, so it's good to just have the max, right? Got a lot of warriors. Bring them back, kind of that card advantage, right? Return what you want. And then same dude, the guy who's returning alive from Huron and Captain. There's a warrior, and he kind of is the opposite of the other captain, right? The Command Knight. He's kind of the opposite, where he has to be targeted, so he kind of protects your other guys. So that's handy with like Dream Clown and stuff. And then he also allows you to summon your other warriors, which is handy. And we've got Torrential Tribute. I might put this in my deck, but I also have my actual Yu-Gi-Oh deck, and this would be good in that too. So I don't know what I'll do with it. And then we've got Magic Jammer. Once again, this is just a useful card. Stops magic cards from being played. You kind of counter them, and it's handy. And then Raging Flame Spirit. I already have this card. I've gotten it previously, but it's always good to have. And I mean, I like these cards right there. She's kind of a good card, right? Because you can be sneaky, right? But I don't know. I probably won't use her because she's not a warrior. And then we've got Giant Orc. This guy, he's just a big meatball. He's big, just stick. You know, they have like a tribute summon or something, right? They have like a zombie lord or something, right? Boom, he goes in. You can just kill it for a normal summon. After that, I mean, maybe you can tribute him or something off because he's kind of weak when he's in defense position, but he's fine. And then we've got Swarm of Scarabs. This is a kind of one of the cards that synergizes with like flip summoning, right? And it's just kind of a weak guy that when you flip summon him, he destroys a monster, and then you can flip him face down again every turn. So that's handy. And then I got another Mahavilo. Once again, this is just, he's powerful. And it's better, right? If you're including equip spells for just Mahavilo, right? Then it's handy to have 2 Mahavilos, so then you have more of a likely chance to be able to use the equip spells on him to gain that advantage. And then we've got Sangan. In GOAT format, I feel like Sangan is just an auto-include because you can, and he's a very powerful card. And then I have another Command Knight, and then I have Frontier Wiseman. So Frontier Wiseman is a spellcaster, not a warrior, but he protects your warriors from spells. Yeah, so he stops spells from being played on your warriors, that's really good. Alright guys, I hope you enjoyed the video. I'll show you the deck when I've made it, and then when I'm done with the tournament, and I'll tell you guys how I did, and hopefully I do well. But I hope you enjoyed the video, and I'll see you in the next one.